0 dB.
I reckon I might have possibly solved the mystery of not recording on YouTube with voiceover and the braille display. Okay, so no wonder I don't sleep properly. I think too much and I tinker too much with technology. And I tell you guys how much I hate technology, and then I fucking go ahead and find workarounds that you would think, I guess, don't exist until I happen to figure it out. I don't know how. I guess I just keep thinking things through until I have a massive, huge hissy fit, and then I wake up one day and go, I think I know what the resolution to this bullshit issue is. So let's try it. Now,
settings.
For those who are using VoiceOver,
search field.
I went into, and this is using your iPhone. It will work on your iPad as well. This is using an Apple device, iPhone or iPad. I went into VoiceOver settings. I went into Braille settings. So
vertical scroll bar.
This is the
back button.
VoiceOver settings.
Braille heading.
Braille settings.
Output. Braille tables. 10. Status cells. Equations use never. Show on screen keyboard. On.
Now, where it says in the Braille settings, show on screen keyboard, I turned that on. Now, when I do a comment in YouTube with VoiceOver, I've got to double tap on the iPad screen on the dictate button, say what I need to say. Then what I do is I press the delete button as if I'm deleting a mistake. Then I retype. So say I delete a full stop. Then I use the rotor and I swipe to where I use the rotor and I twist my two fingers on the iPad screen to the right so it says word mode or line mode or character mode or whatever mode I want the menu to be in. Then I swipe up and down on the screen to get to the word that I want to go to, and then I'll edit the word if there's a mistake in it. And then when I'm done with that, I have to use the swiping up and down actions on the rotor menu to manually read word for word or line by line what is going on. So I've turned on
show on screen keyboard on
the on-screen keyboard, and I'll show you why. We're going to go into a YouTube video.
Messages, no, cat, books, YouTube, 13 new item. YouTube, home, cast, button.
No, shit, I have to use my phone to do this because I'm recording. Oh, shit. Oh, bugger. Okay, I won't double tap on dictate to do it. I'll just type manually on the keyboard. So, I'm going to go into a video from the Blind Music Mum.
New notification document selected.
Just go
Subscriptions
into
tab.
subscriptions.
Cast button. Being proud of the
Go to Blind Music Mum.
VNet musician button. One the vertical line. VNet musician button. VNet musician.
The web musician is pretty good.
I want hand down. Handle how beautiful library. Select short. Default jack. Default bar. Hand down out my the Sally guard. Default bar. Default down. Handle hand written. Pulse soft. Vertical scroll bar. Soft and relaxing. VNet musician. 2 views. 12 hours ago. VNet musician. 17 minutes. 21 seconds. VNet musician. Button.
I've got a video called Soft and Relaxing by the web musician. Now, I've put it in watch later because that means when I don't have time to finish listening to it all, because it's only a 17-minute video, But I listened to some of it and then I'm like, I also need to check out some other stuff to do with my YouTube channel and comments and stuff. So I put it in watch later. And that way I can get back to it later without having to find it again, without losing my place on the video. So I'm going to select the video anyway.
Soft and relaxing. You have musician. 2 views.
I'm going to press space because that pauses
Video player.
it.
Heading. Collab.
Pauses
Capture.
the video.
Comment. Add a comment. Button.
Now, for the sake of this recording, I'm not going to...
Audio recording it. Monday the 22nd. Audio recording in progress. Add a comment. 3 hours. 2 minutes. Add a comment. Button. 3 hours, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Beautiful relaxing music, bullet, peaceful piano, cello and guitar music by Soothing Relaxation. Soothing Relaxation. 15. Add a comment. Button.
I'm not going to use dictation for this video.
Add a comment. Text field. Is editing. Insertion point at start. Credit card. Diagram. Keypad. Logo other.
I'm on add a comment, and of course, this stupid... I don't know how they formatted the YouTube app so that it's completely inaccessible with the Braille display. But I'm going to test something. Just testing something here. Now, I'm using on-screen keyboard.
Return.
I'm going to press delete.
Delete.
Oh, it didn't work. Okay.
P. O. I. U. 1. T. Dismiss. Send comment. Diagram. Logo other.
Okay,
Diagram. Logo. Delete.
that didn't work.
Dismiss. Diagram.
So,
Logo other. Speaking rate. Set words. High keyboard. Emoji.
Okay, I'm going to type.
I. J. K. Delete.
Hang on.
O. K.
Just
J. I. U. A. S. R. Credit card. Dot T. Spec. Just.
testing.
R. Credit card. Dot T.
T.
W.
E.
E. S.
I'm
S.
using the
D.
on-screen
S.
keyboard here to
R.
write.
Credit card. T. I. B. N. G.
And it's not showing up on my Braille display.
Delete. G. Delete.
It's not showing up at all.
Delete. N. Dismiss. 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 Alert. Discard comment.
Discard
Keep writing.
comment.
Discard. Button.
Okay,
Discard. Add a comment. Add a comment.
we're going to try this
Add
again.
a comment. Add a comment. Text field.
I'm
Is
going to
editing.
type in the
T.
word
Shift.
shift. I'm going to
T.
type T
W. E.
using the
Diagram.
on-screen
Logo other.
keyboard.
R. E. S. F. T. R. R. E. P.
Oops.
Delete. Diag. R. E. E. Delete. S. S. T. I. H. B. N. G. Testing.
Testing this.
H. K. I. S. S. I. H. T. Space. G. N. I. T. S. E. Cap T. Cap T. E. S. T. I. N. G. Space. T. A. I. S.
So what I have to do is I have to swipe up and down on the character mode with the rotor, and I can use my 2 fingers on the screen to twist right or left.
Misspelled words. Edit.
Okay.
Undo. Select all. Select. Scan text. Undo. Select all.
Okay.
Text selection. Braille table. English Unified System. Text
So
selection.
I'm going to
Misspelled
twist my
words.
fingers to
Characters.
the right and go to
Words.
word mode.
This. Testing.
Testing this.
Characters. Cap T. E. S. T. I. N. G. Space. T. A. I. S.
I'm going to delete it.
Delete. Diagram. A. T. Space. N. T. F. E. Cap T.
Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to go into my notes.
Messages. Games folder.
Using
12
my
apps.
Braille display
Messages.
to go to
Notes.
notes.
Notes. Note. Text field. Is editing.
So-
Just testing a comment for YouTube. Character mode. Insertion point at end.
I've got just testing a comment for YouTube.
Full stop.
I'm going to write down, I'm going to
Space.
use the rotor.
Space.
I'm going to use the rotor to see if I can paste this note. To see if I can paste this note
Space.
into the comments, into the comment box, and then send it, even though the box isn't compatible with the Braille display anymore, and voice over doesn't read comments without manually using the rotor.
Space.
I've worked out that to force voice over to read comments with the rotor swipe
Space.
actions,
Space.
you have to press the delete. I'll just type this and then I'll read what I've said.
Space. Comma. End of text. Character. Full stop. Space. Space.
Instead of
Space. 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 Comma.
so I've got
Insertion point at start.
just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the rotor to see if I can paste this note into the comment box and then send it, even though the box isn't compatible with the Braille display anymore, and VoiceOver doesn't read comments without manually using the rotor. I've worked out that to force VoiceOver to read comments with the rotor swipe actions, you have to press the delete key on the on-screen keyboard, then retype the character that was deleted. Then use the rotor actions to force VoiceOver to read the comment, because the usual way of getting it to read the screen no longer works. So,
Insertion point at end.
I'm going
Insertion point at
to
start.
use the rotor.
Misspelled words. Edit. Select. Paste. Select all.
Then I'm going to double tap the screen to select all.
Just testing a comment. Share. Undo.
Then
Make checklist
I'm
item.
going through
Set not
the
bold.
rotor
Set
menu
italic.
for
Set underline. Set strike.
copy.
Increase in. Decrease in. Copy. Cut. Copy.
Double tap.
Just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the
Then
rotor to
I'm
see if
going
I...
to go
No.
to
Messages.
YouTube.
No. Set. Book. YouTube. YouTube. Text field. Is editing. Insertion point at start. Add a comment. Add a comment. Text field. Add a comment. Add a comment. Text field. Is editing. Dismiss. Collapse video. Autoplay is off. Collapse video.
And I'm
Collapse
going to
video.
go to a different
Diagram.
video.
Soft and relax. Play. Close. Button. Cast. Button.
I'm going to go to a different video.
Library. Selected. Subscriptions. Tab. 4 of 5. Create. Short. Home. 5 modern
Hang on.
Iris corner. Page 1 of 12. Selected. expand your
I'm
account.
just trying to find a stupid
And
fucking channel that I'm trying to get into.
Nutty pet free the crimes
Is it?
the darkest secrets. Crime the stop
Is it?
documentaries.
I have got
free documentary.
so
The Torah channel. Free
many
Israel.
subscriptions.
Full
It
of
is
highlight the
crazy.
slinging
I've
ancient
got so
parent
many
forum V1
subscriptions.
space of top room Hannah only Christ and Greg Nelson the seek truth sir our the four blind vision of blind gamer button loop tech the
Damn.
get begin the one I is the fit x mega geo tip beyond mark 8 rip blue true out history leaks
Okay.
library selected subscriptions tab 4 of 5
Oh, where the
create short
fuck
home
is
building a
the...
new home for a loving astronaut angel how play searching for harvest white
where
the court
the
jesters
fuck?
Jewel Lion made a huge mistake when attacked a baby teacher the aesthetic desk Matthew Overs plus Tor 2000 car note sir your ex mega brain blaze button page 6 page 3 page 1
I
of
hate
12
it when I can't find the comment that I'm looking
Montesp-
for.
See, site view 1 your search your expand your search your account expand panel selected 1 to VNet news site CM VNet site
Not that
CM
one.
the blind absolute the blind music mumbling
That
music
one.
the blind music mumbling music editing
Yep,
essay and explaining
that one.
markdown sounds of nature sounds from mother nature exam stress morning update driving pre small update ordering food sun anxiety through the stop cooking satay YouTube snapshot of my YouTube commenting does not work with voiceover the blind
Okay.
music YouTube commenting does not work with voice video tag heading
I'm going to go into the comment section.
selected this download
I'm
save
going to go to,
comments
to the
and a comment
comments
button
section.
and a comment text field is edit delete
Now,
D. Send dial I night send comment dial send dial dismiss diagram logo other rail table headings
Nope.
rail characters words characters
hang on. I have to use the
S,
on-screen
shift,
keyboard. Now I'm gonna. I
delete.
pressed letter A. Now I'm gonna press the delete key using the on-screen keyboard.
delete
Now I'm gonna go
misspelled words edit
using the rotor to edit. Then I'm going to swipe up,
undo YouTube paste
paste.
just test YouTube pasted from notes
Now
P
we're going to
logo other send comment
see
logo other dismiss
if this has
Logo other.
worked or not.
Cabell return
Press delete.
shift delete full stop
Full
works
stop.
menu full stop comma full stop works full stop S K R R K S full stop
Okay, that works. Now
Works.
I have to use
speaking rate 70%
word
works
mode to manually go up through the words.
works full stop longer no screen comma full stop dismiss
Because
logo other the character that was deleted then use the rotor actions to force voiceover to read the comment because the usual way of getting it to read the logo other send comment logo other send comment logo other
okay.
Logo. send comment logo other return delete E hyphen type the hyphen type ray then keyboard on screen the
So I
E,
have to
delete,
literally
the, press
use
to have you actions swipe rotor
the
new,
rotor
comments
actions
read
to make it fucking
to
read.
hyphen over voice force to that out worked rotor full the using manually without comments without manual using the rotor full stop
Then to get to the very end of the comment, I can't type in it with my Braille display because it's not compatible with the formatted layout of YouTube because they have the developers have stuffed it up.
worked out
So,
that to for voice over to
I then
read
have to
comment
go
with
to the very
rotor
end
swipe
of the
action you
comment
had to press the delete
using
key on the keyboard then read type the character that word delete then
the voiceover rotor swipe actions because the usual double tapping to get to the start or end of the text document does not work with the way this, I guess, comment section, adding a new comment has somehow, I don't know, they took away the compatibility with voiceover in text boxes, so now you literally have to force voiceover to think
Characters.
that
Space. U. Words.
you're typing in a box that it won't read. So then it is forced to only read what you've typed. But it won't just read what you've typed. You've literally got to use the rotor actions. And
The rotor. Action.
so I'll
to
go
force,
down to the
over,
very
to
end.
read the comment. The user way of get bit to read the screen. No longer works. Full stop.
So
Characters. Full
on
stop.
where the
Full
full
stop.
stop is, if I go to where
Dismiss.
it says send,
Send comment. Send
okay, I'm
comment.
at the word send. Now I'm going to swipe left. It's not doing nothing. Gonna swipe left, it's not doing nothing.
Dismiss.
Dismiss, nope. Nothing. So I'm gonna press delete,
Delete.
and using the
D.
braille display
Delete.
doesn't work, so you've got to use the on-screen
D.
keyboard.
Delete.
I'm going to press delete.
Full stop.
Then I'm going to press
Comma.
full stop.
Full stop. Works.
That puts voiceover in the edit mode. So you know how voiceover automatically goes into edit mode? Well, somehow the way the developers have fucked up YouTube formatting, you have to use the keyboard so that it thinks, oh, you're editing the comment again. But really, you're not. You have to physically force VoiceOver to think that you're continuing to type, but then you press delete, and then you use swipe up, like so.
Full stop. S. K.
I'm on character mode. I'm going
Words.
to swipe. I'm going to twist. I twisted my 2 fingers on the screen to the right to get to word mode,
Speaking rate.
and that's
70%.
speaking rate. So I'm going to twist my fingers around to the left a bit.
Words. Speaking rate. 70%. Words. War. Works. Full stop.
Oh, you can use the braille display to change the
Speaking rate.
rotor.
75%. 70%.
Okay.
Words. Works. Full stop.
So you can use the braille display to change
Works, full
the
stop.
rotor,
Characters. Full stop. S. S. Full stop.
and then you can use the
Full stop. S. K. K.
arrows.
S. Full stop.
Well, I use the left and right arrows on my braille display. I'm going to press space.
Space. Space. Full stop.
Oh
Full
yeah,
space.
now I'm just going to type. I've somehow forced VoiceOver into
E,
edit
D,
mode,
D, E.
but I have to use the rotor to manually read what I've written.
N. E. T.
Okay.
T. E. N. Full stop.
So I've done it. So
Shift.
I'm going
Dismiss.
to go up to where it says dismiss, then
Dismiss.
I'm going to swipe right.
Send comment. Send comment.
I'm going to press delete,
Full stop.
full stop.
Braille table. English unified. Characters. Send comment. Full stop. Words. Characters. R.
So I'm trying to use the braille display
Full stop. N.
to make it. I'm trying to use the arrows, the left and right arrows on the braille display, but that's obviously not working. So I'm going to swipe up on the on-screen keyboard.
Send
Oh
comment.
no, I'm going to
Return.
press delete
Delete.
on the on-screen.
Full stop. Comma.
Then I'm going to
Full stop.
press full stop.
Wait a minute. Misspell. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. T. O. N. E. T. T. I. R. W. Space. E. E. Space. W. R. I. T. T. E. N. O. O. T. T. N. N. Full stop.
So basically what you're doing is you're using the on-screen, so say it's your phone. You obviously using the braille display doesn't work just when you're trying to use the rotor on your braille display. So you've literally got to use the on-screen keyboard to tell VoiceOver that you are starting to write. Then you've got to press delete to go back, to delete what you didn't want, right? Then, using the rotor, you've then got to use your braille display or your on-screen keyboard to manually read the comment via the VoiceOver rotor actions. So you can't just read the comment. You've got to physically make VoiceOver do it. So
Shift,
now
diagram,
I'm going
full stop,
to
comma.
send this comment.
Dismiss. Send comment.
And
Send comment.
I'm
Dismiss.
going to let it
Add a comment.
read.
Comment added.
So I've got
Video player.
add a
Heading.
comment. I'm going to go
More
back
actions.
down to the
Button.
comments.
Remember to keep comments close. Add a comment.
And we'll see what this
Super
says.
Michelle DJ. Super Michelle DJ. Bullet. 1 second ago. Just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the rotor to see if I can paste this note into the comment box and then send it. Even though the box isn't compatible with the braille display anymore, and VoiceOver doesn't read comments without manually using the rotor. I worked out that to force VoiceOver to read comments with the rotor swipe actions, you have to press the delete key on the on-screen keyboard. Then retype the character that was deleted. Then use the rotor actions to force VoiceOver to read the comment, because the usual way of getting it to read the screen no longer works. I've somehow forced VoiceOver into edit mode, but I have to use the rotor to manually do what I've written. 0 likes.
So it obviously stuffed
Action
up.
menu.
So I'm going to go action, edit,
Button.
and
Text field is editing. Just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the rotor to see if I can paste this note in. Delete.
Delete on
Full
screen
stop.
keyboard. Then I'm
L.
going to press full
Full
stop again.
Return. N.
Oh, I press
Return.
enter instead
L.
of bloody
Full stop.
fucking full stop.
Written L. Space.
Oh,
L.
fucking
Return.
Jesus.
Delete. L.
You
Delete. Space.
fucking arsehole. Press
Comma.
full stop, you
Full stop.
cunt.
Written.
That's better.
Full stop. Full stop. Shift.
Now.
Numbers. In words.
I'm going to
Written.
go
I apostrophe
up.
vet. What? Comedy. Manually. 2. Manually. Characters. Space. Comma. D. Space. D. Comma. Space. Comma. D.
I
Delete.
don't know how I
D.
made that mistake,
Comma. Space.
but
Y. L. Y. Space. W. Space. Y.
to manually read.
Manually. Space. Y. L. Y. Space. W. Space.
The
Delete.
fucking braille
Space.
display isn't typing.
Y. Space. Manually. E. R. S. E. A. D. Space. D. A. E. R. Space.
So you can't use the braille display to type into the box. You've literally got to use the on-screen keyboard.
Send comment.
And if you want to press the dictate button, which I can't do that without stopping the Recorder HQ recording. So
Send comment. Dismiss. Add a comment. Comment edited. Video player. Heading.
So
Super Michelle DJ.
you
Add a comment.
literally have to use the fucking on-screen keyboard and the dictate button to type your comments. You can't use the braille display unless
Super Michelle DJ. Bullet. 2 minutes ago. Edited. Just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the rotor to see if I can paste this note into the comment box and then send it. Even though the box isn't compatible with the braille display anymore, and VoiceOver doesn't read comments without manually using the rotor. I worked out that to force VoiceOver to read comments with the rotor swipe actions, you have to press the delete key on the on-screen keyboard. Then retype the character that was deleted. Then use the rotor actions to force VoiceOver to read the comment, because the usual way of getting it to read the screen no longer works. I've somehow forced VoiceOver into edit mode, but I have to use the rotor to manually read what I've written. 0 likes.
Yeah. So the only other workaround is to go into notes in your, into your notes app, type what you want to say, go into add comment in YouTube like this.
Add a comment. Text field.
Now,
is editing. Braille table. Headings.
Edit
Braille tape.
thing
Characters.
won't work. So you got to press any character, so
H. U.
any
comma.
letter. Then you got to press
Return.
delete.
Delete. Comma. Return. Delete.
Then you've got to use the VoiceOver rotor menu.
Misspelled words. Edit. Scan text.
Then
Paste.
you've got to go to where it says paste. Then using your finger on the iPad or iPhone, you double tap on paste. Then to check that your comment is readable, it makes sense and whatnot, you've got to use your rotor menu. So
Misspelled words. Edit. Misspelled words. Characters. Words.
character line, character or word or line mode to read everything that you've written. And then assuming
Dismiss. Send comment.
you
Diagram.
go to where
Send
it
comment.
says send comment, so then you want to make, you want to double check that you're sending the right comment. So you swipe
Diagram.
left,
Send comment.
you're on the send comment, you swipe left,
Diagram. Logo other.
you press
Return.
delete,
Delete.
and, then you swipe up and down. So you press delete and then you retype what you've deleted. So say it's a comma or a full stop or a letter. You then swipe up and read word by word or character by character from the voiceover rotor menu. Then you go, okay, the comment is correct.
Delete. Delete.
Then you
Dismiss.
put your finger up on the screen, it'll say dismiss, you swipe right,
Send comment.
then you double tap on send comment. And this,
Dismiss.
I'm pressing dismiss for this new comment.
Video player. Collapse video.
And
Button.
as a result,
Super Michelle
you've got
DJ.
the following
Super Michelle
comment.
DJ. Super Michelle DJ. Bullet. 2 minutes ago. Edited. Just testing a comment for YouTube. I'm going to use the rotor to
Okay,
add a
I've
comment.
read that before. So,
Messages. Home. Notes.
I guess
Doc.
that's my
Games folder. VA
workaround
Connect. Medicare. Mabel. Page 1 of Doc. Page 1 of 3.
for
My T Studio.
comments
Recorder
on
HQ.
YouTube.
Recorder HQ. 31. 58. Back 31. Step up. My